everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to make a card using this stamp set called Special Friend, and I'm really excited to be making this. However, I don't have the coordinating dies. I liked it and I wanted to save some money, so I went ahead and just bought the stamp set. So we're going to use the Cricut to cut this out. I have already done this on my channel before, but we're going to go ahead and do it again. So for those who are unsure, you're just going to take a piece of scratch paper and you are going to put all the stamps on here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now that I have them positioned on my piece of paper, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Lay this back down in my MISTI. And of course you can try this in fussy cut, but I'm not a good fussy cutter. I hate fussy cutting. And this, I'm going to use VersaFine just because I haven't used it in a while. I want to make sure it's still good, which looks like it is. Now I'm not going to use, you know, all of this in this card, but since I'm doing this, I might as well go ahead and stamp all of it so I can have it in my system, so when I do come back to it, I don't have to do this process again. So it's like a one and done type of deal. Okay, and you are good to go. So the main thing is we want to make sure that the outline of everything is fine, because it looks like I accidentally double stamped. Let's see. I don't have to worry about the inside. It's the outline that you really want to pay attention to, because you don't have to worry about the inside unless you're going to fussy cut it. This is stamped good enough. I think that if I had the dies, I probably would have stamped it one more time. But again, I'm looking at the perimeter of everything and it looks completely fine by me. So I'm going to go ahead, put this on my scanner and scan it in. And for those who are wondering what I'm using, I am using Epson 15,000 to scan this in. Okay, so this is my little Epson Scan Smart application, and I will hit click on scan and it will scan. My printer is going to scan it. So my printer is going to scan my images. So looks like it scanned in really well, so I'll hit next and then I'll save it to my computer. Okay, now in Design Space, I will hit upload, found my image, hit continue, and then I'm going to remove the background, and then the rest can stay. Hit apply and continue, and then you can do a flat graphic if you like. It doesn't really matter unless you want to, you know, do a print and cut and whatnot, but I'm just going to do a single layer and then hit upload. Okay, so I noticed there was probably something that's on my printer. I need to actually kind of fix that. So I'll hit contour and I'm just gonna click on that guy right there. Let me just zoom in a little bit. And apply. Did it not? It did not get rid of it. Okay, not a problem, because what I can do is, because I don't want that to I don't want that to have an offset, so I'm going to slice it and then it gets rid of it. Sometimes when you contour things, it gets kind of silly. So, okay, so I'm going to change my background color just so you can see it. Not that it really matters. And then what I'll do is I will do an edit, and then I'll do an offset, and then I will do 0.065, which from what I read, that is the typical offset. So I'll hit apply, and then I'm going to hit contour, and then I'm going to hit hide all contour. Oh, I hate that it does that. Okay, so let's just do this. Here's my offset. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. And then there's that. Actually, yeah, everything looks good. This is a basic cut. What is it giving me the error for? Okay, so here's the thing. Right now it is reading at 21 inches wide and 12 inches high, which clearly is not right. So going back to my desktop here, we just need to be pretty close, and we need to find something that has something linear that we could scale it down. Okay, so we got to bring this back, and we just got to take our measurement. So looking at this, it's being measured from here to this bottom edge. Okay, so looking at my computer here, or my desktop, we just need to take that measurement and just be fairly close. So I'm just going to, this is roughly 8 inches, so make sure that is lined up at 8 inches. So it is roughly 7 7/8. So that's the total width of it. All right, so we're going to change that to 7.875. Okay. And then if you want to check the width, you can. So it's being measured from the whiskers and over. So this is roughly at 5 1/16. Yep, roughly 4.5, a little over. So that works. Perfect. So scale down. And so now we just need to use our Cricut to cut this. So I'm going to use my light grip mat. It's brand spanking new, so I'm going to put this in my, well, actually, I'm going to go this way. No, it should be fine. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to run this through my Cricut machine. Okay, it is now done cutting. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to carefully peel that off. Okay, and I'm going to use this to help me align, because I haven't done that before. So I'm going to use this to help me align my my dies. So I'm going to cut this down to 5.5. Now this part you don't have to do. You could just simply try to line your cardstock, and you're be good to go. But I'm going to use this for whatever panel. But let's put this, bring this back over, and actually I'm kind of curious. No, it's slightly off, so this is why I can't use that. All right, no problem. So I'm going to carefully peel. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen, but that's okay. Let me get out my tape runner, and I'm just going to kind of put it here and here, and I can always clean this off when I'm done. And then align that like so. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of them. Okay, I decided not to stamp the sentiment because I'm just not quite sure. Not quite sure what I want to do. Okay, so now I'm just lining these up. Now the reason why they're still in the cut part that's cut out, like the bulk of the paper, is simply because if the paper lifts up, I can put it back in there and not have to start again. Although this is kind of hard. I probably should stamp first, but it's all right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's use our Memento Tuxedo Black, because I'm going to be using some alcohol markers. And let's press down. Let's hope I got those aligned pretty good. Hopefully I didn't get them off. It was a little challenging, but you got it. Actually, didn't do so bad. Awesome. Ooh, I noticed that did not, that's interesting. My Cricut cut that part out, but that's okay. We will persevere. Not sure why it did that, but I'm going to go ahead and double stamp this. And like I said, I don't think I'm probably going to just use the little girl for this card, but just to kind of make it a little easier. But that turned out so good. Okay, and then you can keep this template, right? And so put that with your stamps so you can utilize that again. And then with this, you're just going to lift it up. There you go. Because I did use removable tape. And there's your piece. So that's how it works. That's how you use your Cricut. Alright, so since I took time to show you guys the design space aspect, I'm going to go ahead and color these off camera and then we'll create the card. Got my little pieces colored, and I'm just going to use those two, and I'm going to use a die. I think this came from, honestly, I have it labeled as Mama Elephant Studded Stars, but I know that's not right because there's no stars on that die set, so I apologize. I don't know where it came from, but it's just a die with a stitched and bordered outline, stitched outline, excuse me. But so that's kind of where it's at right now, so I do apologize. So I'm going to run that through my machine real quick. Okay, so there is my background. I'm going to use Sage Stone and just add a little bit of green there, and then come in and just add a little green here at the bottom. Okay, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of, I like to clean up in between each time I ink blend because I don't want to pick up that color. Okay, and then I'm going to be careful about this one because I don't want the yellow and the green to mix too much, right? But I want to have a little bit of a sunset. Just a little bit. Yep, that's fine. And then I'm going to bring in some clouds, and this is Waffle Flower Cloudy Stencil, and this is Misty Morning by Waffle Flower. And we'll just go ahead and add some clouds. There we go. That looks really good. Okay. Alrighty, let me get everything cleaned up and then we can put our card together. Okay, before I put my panel on there, I am going to stamp my sentiment here at the, well, let's see, I kind of was thinking at the bottom. Let me move this over. Would it look cuter if I have this down and then put it up here? Yeah, maybe I'll have it at the top actually, and then yeah, I'll have it at the top, so that will work out a lot better. I'm glad I actually laid that out because I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do the top or bottom. And I'm going to do Hello Friend. Okay, I popped some foam on the back of my panel, and then also scored my card base at 5.5 because it's 11 by 4 1/4, and let's just get this on here real quick. There we go. And then let's put this on here. I think I want it to go about right there. And then we'll pop her there. We go. Oh my goodness. Should we add any sequins? I don't know if we should. And the last one, I decided to add them because, well, why not? It's there, we can do it, let's do it. And here is my super cute card. What do you guys think? Oh, and just use my stamps and my Cricut to help cut and fussy cut it out. I used my Cricut. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was very helpful. Don't forget to give this video a hype and a like. It really helps out my channel and the video. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all in the next card or craft video. Bye.